Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm the Upskin Angel PD, and for today what we have here is Star Wars Battlefront 2, developed by DICE, the same developers behind the Battlefield series, and obviously they are using their Frostbite free engine. So we are trying to run this game today. This is the beta version. We are trying to run this today on my laptop with the graphic card, the GT 740M, which is essentially the same as the GT 825M and the GT 920M. So as you can see, I'm using the native resolution, I'm using the low settings, and I'm using the resolution scaling set to 78%, which in the end it is exactly the same as being playing at 600p, but upscaled to the native resolution. So 600p is essentially 78% of resolution scaling, and by using this setting what you're going to get is an experience pretty much between the 35 frames per second and the 50. It's very acceptable in my opinion, especially for this laptop. And 600p, yes, it is lower than 720p, but it is perfectly playable. Of course you are going to find a lot of jaggies. 93% resolution scaling is pretty much 720p, so we got pretty much an average between the 30s and the 40s. Most of the people can play like this, and in my opinion I do prefer to play with 600p and enjoy a better frame rate around the 40s. And of course, if you want to play with a native resolution, unfortunately what you can expect is some drops below the 30 frames per second, which I find it a little bit unacceptable. And well, okay, I tried the DirectX 12 with this graphic card, and unfortunately the game just crashed by trying to use it, so I had completely ignored the DirectX 12. I decided to only use DirectX 11, and obviously Nvidia's do behave better under DirectX 11 than DirectX 12. As for the other stuff, I do fully recommend you to have 8GB of RAM to play this game. My RAM usage was pretty much between the 6.1GB to 6.7. Keep in mind that I do use my laptop for working too, and so it's normal that I have a slightly higher RAM consumption than most of your PCs, but still I do still recommend you to have at least as a minimum 8GB of RAM. Probably 6GB might cut it, but I'm not really sure about it. So it all depends on the minimum requirements that EA will announce for the Star Wars Battlefront 2. As the VRAM usage, it was around 1.4GB of VRAM, CPU usage was between the 50 and pretty much 90% of CPU usage, and the GPU usage was giving its maximum with no bottleneck whatsoever. So if you ask, is this playable at all? Yes, in my opinion it is playable. Of course you are going to get a lot of jaggies because of playing at 600p. Even at native resolution there is a lot of jaggies going on because of no anti-aliasing being used, but yet it's not really a big problem. Another problem is the fact that we can't achieve the 60 frames per second, but I think still that we are very lucky to play the game at 600p with a performance around the 40 frames per second. I find it pretty good, and it's actually not that bad. And the graphics, even the low settings, despite the amount of jaggies, it is really beautiful in my opinion. Frostbite is an excellent engine. So yeah, you can run Star Wars Battlefront 2 if you want. So if you want to buy the game, you can enjoy the game, but that's really up to you and how much you will enjoy playing a game like this. But again, it's really up to you. So guys, hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. I'm just going to show you some highlights of this match, so hope you keep enjoying the rest of it. But for now I will shut up, so thank you a lot for watching, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
waypoint 2. Further attacks must be intercepted.
Republic has damaged the MTT.
MTT targeting weapons.
West door control locked. Running override. Whoever that is, we'll take the help. Acquiring target. Grenade